welcome to my living room. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Dunia, and today we're going to do a video about our favorite rides at Magic Kingdom for toddlers.
So we only have like 4 kids between the two of us. I have 2 boys, and she's my sister-in-law, and she has a little girl and a little boy. And pretty much all we do is go to Disney for vacation.
Okay, we're going to start with Tomorrowland. And our favorite ride there is Buzz Lightyear Ranger Spin. And what you do is you get into the car and you have a gun.
Shh. Don't say gun on YouTube. We'll get flagged for that.
Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. A little blaster gun.
Yeah,
and
okay.
you go around.
That's what you do. You pew 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 everything. So okay.
You go around hitting targets with a Z around.
Okay. Okay. It is not a ride that by any means would make you want to shoot the person that's sitting next to you or anything like that. It's just a fun game. It's like a Toy Story inspired. So when you're in there, it's kind of like...
No, it's not Toy Story inspired.
What do you mean it's not Toy Story inspired? It's Buzz Lightyear. He's in there
Oh.
and all you do... Alright, I think it's getting to her, people. I think it's been too long since we've been to Disney. She's having amnesia on the rides that she loves to go on. So it's Disney, I mean, it's Toy Story inspired. So when you're in there, you're going to see like a bunch of cute little toys and stuff, and then whatever has a Z on it, pew pew, it, you know, but you can't pew pew the person next to you.
Oh, and you're accumulating points. And
Oh, yeah.
the person, you're with 2 people in the car, and the one that has the most points wins.
Who always
Yeah.
has the most points?
We're not going to talk about that.
I always lose at that game.
Well, so
That's
do I.
for sure. Okay, so who doesn't love to be in air conditioning and still have Disney magic? Yep. The people mover. My people is the best mover that you're gonna get when you're at Disney. Air conditioning, check. Relaxation, check. Your kids get to see the view of everything while you get a break. Check, check. Awesome. Definitely something that we like to do when we're over there to get a little bit. I think it's like a 10-minute break at least, so we get 15 minutes going around and around. But you know, it is a way of at least being able to take a small break, and the kids can relax and they can see a nice scenery.
Right,
So,
you get a scene of the park and even the snippets of Buzz Lightyear's Ranger Spin.
yeah, but you can't keep the people from the people mover.
No. The next one is Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. That's one of my favorites. It's also indoors, so air conditioning, and you get to sit down, and it's interactive. So they're telling jokes and they're picking on people from the audience. So that makes it fun and relatable because it's not just the screen talking to you. They're interacting with the audience.
Yeah, that one's a cute one. I like it. I mean, it's a way to laugh it out.
Right.
You know, it's
Away from the
cute.
heat if you go in the summertime.
Oh yeah, the heat. It's always summer in Florida.
That's true.
And the next one is the Speedway. So, if your kids are obsessed with anything race car related, it's at least a ride you have to try one time. There's a lot of mixed reviews on it because some people feel like, you know, they really need to polish it up, make it more new because it is kind of like old school, you know.
Outdated.
Yeah, it's outdated for sure. But if your kids are like ours, that they love anything related to cars, to them it's like if they are a race car driver and they're having the time of their lives on that thing. Another thing to consider when you go on that ride is the smell of the actual, when the cars
Like
are
the
moving.
fuel.
Yeah, the fuel, you do get some of that. The fumes. You do get some of that in the ride. So
I would say the best time to do that is like early in the morning or afternoon.
yeah, because you got direct sun in that one.
Yeah.
The sun's hitting you the whole time in that
And
one.
if you can get a fast pass, because if not, it's around a 75-minute wait or more. So
Yeah.
fast pass would be a good one.
That would be the best option, definitely.
Okay, so we usually start with Tomorrowland and then we head to Fantasyland. And our first right there is Winnie the Pooh. That one is an indoor ride.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Sorry, I love that ride. It's so cute.
So you just go around to different scenes of the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, the 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah.
So you see the heffalumps, you know, and you see like different characters in the actual anything that was Winnie the Pooh related. The characters are gonna show up there, and it's really cute when you're waiting to get into the ride because they got like little drum set things for them to play with.
It's interactive. Your line is interactive, so you have stuff to do, so you're not focused on how long you're waiting.
Right. You also have places to take pictures. They have a lot of little areas there to take pictures to entertain yourself while you're waiting in line. It's a really cute ride. I definitely recommend that one.
Usually, you could get a fast pass for that one as well.
Yeah, the wait isn't that bad.
It's not what. Maybe you could save that one for.
Yeah, you could probably save that fast pass for another ride, like Dumbo. Who doesn't like the elephant with the floppy ears? I mean, does the ride go by really quickly? Yes. I feel like you go around twice and they're already like, psh, you're already getting down. But the smile on your kids' faces when they think that they're flying. Yeah. I mean, they've ridden it since they were 1 all the way until 6, and in all those ages, they still enjoy it.
They still love it.
Yeah, they feel like they're flying. You feel like you're flying. You get to see a good part of the actual fantasy land while you're up there. So it's a really cute ride to do. And that one I do recommend Fast Pass for, because if not, you're in that circus area waiting. But the circus area inside has that whole playground. Remember?
That's true.
Yeah, it has like a playground indoors, which is nice while you're waiting for your turn. But I think doing Fast Pass for that one is a better option if you have really small kids and you don't want to be waiting for a long time.
Okay, the next one is Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Oh, that one is so cute.
I know.
That's one of my daughter's favorite ride. And you get on this shell and you go around and you get to see different scenes of the Little Mermaid movie. So again, it's just cute and relaxing because you're indoors.
Air conditioning.
Yes. And again, just the little snippets of the movie. And they have like the famous movies of them and the little boat and the song.
You see them get married.
Yes.
You know, like you pretty much see like the most important scenes of the movie while you're on the ride. Our director is really tough. Like, really tough. He's making faces at us behind the camera. You guys just can't see him. Talk more, Dunya, before we get in trouble again.
Okay, and the next ride or activity that we like to do is the Filler Magic.
Okay.
Oh, we got so many bloopers.
Yeah, okay. The Filler Magic is the one that we like to do. Why?
Okay, that one is indoors as well. You really don't need a fast pass for that one. It's a quick line to get in.
It's like 20-minute wait at most. At least when we've gone, it's
right.
like 20-minute wait
because
it's a big auditorium and
yes,
everybody
fit a lot
sits.
of people. That one is a 3D experience. So it's a big screen. Screen, and you see different Disney characters like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, and they're just being goofy, kind of like the Fantasia.
It's kind of like watching Fantasia, but in 3D.
3D.
Yeah, it's really cute. I mean, the fact that you're in air conditioning for like 15 minutes is great, and also they have a lot of music in that one, like the whole orchestra thing and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of music. It's very entertaining for little kids.
Yes.
Definitely.
And our kids did that one when they were 1, and they enjoyed it. So again, we recommend that one for little kids. Oh, and in that one, you also get to experience the smells.
Yeah, and you get spit on
water. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get, I think it's spit on or something. Like you feel water.
Yeah. So again, that's a great one. If you want to get out of the sun, you need a break, you go in that one and sit down for a little while and enjoy a good show.
Yeah. Our next one, Peter Pan. What can I tell you about Peter Pan?
It's a long wait. You need a fast pass.
Oh yeah. Like you can, if you're staying at a resort and you get the 6 months prior to be able to get a fast pass, if you wanted to Peter Pan and you haven't been able to do it, get it when your reservation opens up, because for some reason everybody wants to ride Peter Pan.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good ride, but gosh, much you need the fast pass.
Yeah, and it's a good ride, but I gotta go with a little outdated on that one. It's a little outdated, but I think that's kind of like
that nostalgic thing about it.
Exactly.
It's from like your childhood, and your kids get to ride as well. So it just brings back this memory. But
Right,
I
like-
can see where it could be.
yeah, it's a little outdated, but that's what it does. Like the whole nostalgia when you were young. At least I rode it when I was little, and now my kids are riding it with me, and it's just. Peter Pan is supposed to make you feel like a kid, and you do feel like a kid when you're on that ride. It's a great ride. It's kind of short though.
It is short.
That's why we recommend the Fast
Yeah,
Pass.
fast pass.
Definitely.
Sure. Again, the line is long,
Yeah.
and the kids get tired, and you're gonna have to start carrying them. Then you're getting tired and grumpy. So for that one, we definitely recommend a fast pass.
Definitely. Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. You wanna go on that one?
Yeah, I enjoy that one. I ride it with my kids when we go, and they enjoy it. It's a short wait. This one is really close to Peter Pan and Philhar Magic. So once you get done with those rides, you can quickly pop into the carousel, and you don't need any fast pass, like a 5-minute wait. Not even that long. You just get in and enjoy it with your kids.
Right, and you know what the best part about that ride is? You, as a parent, can get on one of those horses too and feel
No
like
shame.
a child. No shame. I do it every time that we get on
Me
it, and
too.
my kids ride a horse too, and we take pictures, and we're all like,
Yep. We make the
Going
husband
on
stand, and we ride the horse.
yeah, exactly. So that was, I think that's our last. Oh no, how could we forget?
It's a small world after all.
It's a small world after all. And the song goes on and on and on. But what's the best part about that one?
Well, it's indoors.
You see how she
You
loves
get to
the
sit
indoor
down.
ones. You get to sit.
The song gets to you, even after
Yeah.
you're out of the ride, you're still singing it
Oh
in your
my
head.
God. Yes, you are.
And that one, if it's one you haven't done before, I also recommend a fast pass because that one gets pretty backed up. So I recommend a fast pass for that one. But if you've done it, let me see what you
Yeah, I mean, we've done it like a couple of times, and it's more of a try to get out of the sun type of thing. We wanted our kids to experience it because another ride we experienced when when we were younger. I think my parents experienced that when they were younger. That thing's been around forever, and it's just a way of being able to pass on your experience to your kid and get out of the sun for a little bit.
Well, I like the aspect of getting to see the different cultures. So that's always
Yeah,
a
that
neat
is
way
super
to
cute,
expose your kids to be able to see different cultures and the song being sung in different languages. So I think that's a good experience.
point, Dunya. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we did Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, and now we're gonna move on to Adventureland.
Oh, the adventures that await us, like Aladdin.
Ah.
Yeah, be careful with the camera just bit. So the Aladdin ride. I mean, what can we say about the magic carpet ride other than you're flying?
Yes.
You're like being able to see so much of the park on that thing. It's and you get wet by a camel. You get spit on by a camel. Kids love that part. They like to be waiting outside and the camel randomly squirts water at them. But the Aladdin ride is one of our favorites.
Oh, and the kids get to control it. There's a little control,
Yeah.
and they get to control if we go up or if we go down. So they enjoy that part. And Aladdin is very similar to the Dumbo ride.
Yep.
So that's again great for kids. They enjoy that one. And again, you get to see a good view of the park.
Mm-hmm.
We do get fast pass for Aladdin because to us that's a must do when we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we always try to get a fast pass for that.
Yeah. As you can see, you only get 3 fast passes, so you could just imagine the struggle that we go through trying to pick the fast passes that we're gonna do. But we try to incorporate every time we go, try to do something different.
But we stick to the original
To
ones
the
like
original.
Dumbo and the
Yeah.
Magic Carpet ride.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless we're there for a couple of days, then we could be like, for annual pass holders, the great benefit of being able to pop into whichever park you want to and pop right out.
Right.
If we're not able to do it the first time we go throughout the days that we're there, before we leave home, we can go ahead and do some of the rides that the kids really like. Oh, but the cool part about the carpet is the fact that you can make it go forward or backwards. So it's like you're flying, you're like, whoa, and like, whoa. Yeah, my mother-in-law was not happy with me when we rode that together. Oh, that was awesome. That was priceless.
But yeah, we highly recommend that ride. So
Yeah, it's a good one.
definitely one to do. And the next one, I think this one is good for the husband. They like Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's good for the kids and the husband. It keeps them happy. It's, again, an indoor ride. I also, sometimes you might need a fast pass.
Yeah, that one.
Depending on the time of day you go, the line,
the time of year that you go, it
That's
also
true.
depends. I mean, a lot of people just like to do it because who doesn't like Johnny Depp? Like, yeah, like the way that he did that character. I think
so good.
the reason why people go on that one more is because they want the experience of the
Right.
movie to
Yes.
like relive what the
Yes.
scenes.
Yes.
Because that's what you do. You're just sitting on a boat reliving the movie like in front of you, you know, with figurines and stuff.
No,
So
it's a great ride. We highly enjoy it. It does have like I believe
A little
a
drop.
small drop, but again, not big enough for the kids to get scared or anything.
no, I think
So,
in the Frozen ride at Epcot, it's a bigger drop.
it's a bigger drop.
than that one.
So yeah, this
Definitely.
is great for kids. Again, indoors, you get that whole pirate feel. So yeah, that's what we had.
Okay, and then the Jungle Cruise. You haven't been able to do it
No.
yet. But the Jungle Cruise, super cute because you kind of feel like you're in Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom at the same time. Because when you get on that little boat, you have a person who's super funny. Every single time I've gone on that, the person who's directing the ride is hilarious. They always have like funny puns or jokes or things to say. They give you a little bit of a background on like certain animals when you're going around. They're not real. They're plastic, ceramic, or something animals that are there. So you don't have to be.
Animatronics.
Yeah, animatronics. But it's really cute to go on because you learn at the same time while you're on the ride, and you're sitting down and you're able to like you have enough time to take pictures and stuff if you want to take pictures. And to the kids, it's like seeing the animals for real. Like they don't at this point they really don't understand the concept yet. So my kids at least have enjoyed it. You haven't taken them yet, but for sure we'll do that the next time that we go. So
We still have a lot of rides that we haven't been able to do. So that leads us to our next land, which is Frontierland. That one is here mainly to adults or teens because it has a lot of the big roller coasters, and our kids are not quite old enough to do
yeah.
that or tall enough.
Yeah.
And when we do go, we don't really have anybody to keep the kids so we can go and enjoy it. So we haven't done that with the kids.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody to keep your kids, then you can enjoy it.
We forgot one, which was in Adventureland, and I don't know how many of you guys have tried it because I didn't even know that was there until one of my friends was like, "Hello, you're in air conditioning for like 15 minutes. You have to try it out," which is the Country Bear Jamboree. It's super cute in my opinion. But the adults get a lot of the stuff more than the kids do because you do get a drunk bear there, and you're kind of like in a cabaret kind of scene, bar type of thing. But it's actually funny. Like the bears are silly, and it's just like a singing show. You know, like if you're actually in the country in a bar looking at bears, that's literally what you're doing. So I liked it. Raymond thought it was funny. And the kids thought it was funny because they didn't really get, the whole fact that the bear was drunk.
We haven't. I
Yeah.
haven't done that one, so I can't say much about it. But she seems to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it's definitely something that if you're really hot and you want to escape the sun, it's something that you could do. And they don't even have fast passes for that one because, again, it's like an auditorium type of thing. So there's a lot of space for everybody to crowd in there and be able to watch the show. So
again, we just recommend that when you're planning your trip to just look at the different rides and see what you're interested in and just pick the ones that you really want to do and just pick your fast passes. And like we said, some of the big ones is Peter Pan that you will definitely need a fast pass for that one.
out of all the ones that we mentioned, Peter Pan, definitely fast pass. And we have taken our kids to the mine train. And I know at the end of this video, or at the beginning of the video, you're probably assuming, oh, they're going to talk about the mine train. You guys haven't done the mine train yet. We have. And let me tell you how that went down.
Wait, but it's interactive, right? As you're waiting, you get to see different seats. What is your entrance like as you're waiting?
It's like if you're kind of like in a woods type of thing, and then when you get in, you sit in the actual train, and then I love that ride, like love that ride. But my 3-year-old at that point, the first time he rode it, he was like, "Oh yeah, I like it," and he loved it, right? The second time we were gonna do it, he was terrified. Like, no way, no how was he gonna get on that again. My 5-year-old at that time, now he's 6, he loved, like, every time we're talking about going to Disney, he's like, mine train, the mine train. Because it's a roller coaster that is not fast enough to make it to this, but it's not slow enough to be like, oh my God, this thing is never gonna end. It's like a nice little, it's a median between a fast roller coaster and a slow roller coaster. It's kind of like in the middle. The best part is at the end, which is literally the only time, like when you're going up that you're gonna do the little fast thingy, is when you're in the mine train, like I'm in the mine actually, where you see the gems and you see the dwarfs and the little shadows of them and all that stuff. I mean, it's really nice the way that they did it. And then all the way at the end though is when you see Snow White. Like just that little piece at the end when you're waiting to get off the ride is when you're seeing Snow White dancing, and you see the witch and stuff like that. If I would have to give you advice about that one, I would say don't take the kids on that one until they're a little bit like, when they're like 4, around there, or 5, unless they meet the high requirements and you have a little daredevil with you. But at least the first time I did it, he had a good experience. The second time he was terrified, and till this day he will not ride that ride, and I don't want that to happen to you guys. But parents and kids that are like a little bit bigger, they will enjoy that ride. Like, definitely it's one to do, but you won't be able to do it unless you have a fast pass.
Right. We waited in line, and then once we got there, and they measured our little boy, and then he didn't meet the height requirements, so we didn't get to ride it up there, making that long line. And that again, that's a good one for a fast pass, because the wait, it's long and it's outdoors, so you're on your feet. So for that one, if you're into it, I would say get a fast pass.
Definitely.
For sure.
Especially because, like we said before, it's always summer in Florida.
Right.
So even in the winter season here, you're still more than likely going to be sweating while you're waiting in line for like an hour to be able to ride that ride. If it's only an hour to be able to get on that ride.
Which that one gets...
that one. It's one of the newer ones. It's normally about 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours to be able to ride that without a fast pass.
And again, with little kids waiting that long, they get so anxious and cranky, and you're going to end up commuting for those 2 hours. And I don't think there's really any place to sit. So you're going to have to stay in. So again, just think about it, and that'll be a good one for the fast pass.
Yeah, definitely. So pretty much that's all we have for you guys today. We plan on making some other videos, but we won't tell you about what. You'd have to stay tuned and be able to find out what we're doing next. We hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time. Man, why do you do that? Damn it. Let's start again.
Well, you can use that part she already did, right?
Okay, let's go through this. I'm gonna introduce.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Start that again. Like something stupid like that. Wow. Thanks. So we're stupid. All right. Hi, and welcome to my living room. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Dunia. And today we're gonna do
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so one more time.